Right, today we're gonna be doing the easy areas for the free-to-play Candy Vegito and free-to-play Teq Ghost Tanks. Sorry, free-to-play Int Ghost Tanks. This should be fairly easy. You're only allowed to use the Halloween units and a couple of other youth units. So if you have the physical seal tanks or LR Pan, this is going to be super easy. For this stage though, I would recommend you don't get AGL Great Saiyaman 2 or 3, whatever, the Trunks unit that I got. You have to get him as a friend lead, but don't take your own unit. So you'd be better off getting along one of the other pans if you have one. Basically, any unit other than AGL on this stage and you're good. The Z hard stage is quite alright, 12 stamina, I think. That's quite easy. You shouldn't have issues with this at all. Even the super difficulty stage should be quite easy because Ghost Tanks hits quite hard. And if you use Seal Tanks as your lead, you get 77% to all stats. So, should be quite good. And he's all type 77%, so he's a good rainbow lead if you have him. Which you should, because I think you could have gotten him with the Thank You Celebration wish strips or whatever they call on global. I know on JP they're called the Tanabata wish strips, but yeah. Anyway, this event's super easy, and I don't think the next one will be tough either. But yeah, this celebration, I'm liking it. I'd almost say I love it. But transforming Vegeta. Why he on that banner? Why? Why you do this, Akatsuki? Why you do this? It's not good. We don't like him. Nobody likes him. We don't need him. Anyway, everything else is really great. The rest of the banner is quite good because you have Cooler and Bardock, so yeah. SSBKK also, yeah. Namek Goku, in future Gohan, who this is his first time returning on Global. Because, you know, Global firsts have to exist because reasons. I hate them and I'm against them. We should just not get a global first or any simultaneous celebrations. They fuck us up so bad. Global is at its best when we just stay behind JP and copy them and improve on what they've done. Like our anniversaries are so much better than JP. Like JP's anniversaries are dog shit compared to ours because discount summons, step up discount summons and tickets. That's amazing. You can literally go into the anniversary with 800 stones on global and be better off than if you go into it with 1,000 stones on JP. It's insane. But yeah, I hope they stop all this global first shit. At the most, what they could do is we could get a easy A first. Like last year how we got Vegito Blue first, we could do that, but pace it out better. So for example, if you're releasing Vegito Blue first, then the Dokkan Fest where we get, you know, Trunks, don't release Rose then. They should have just skipped that. We shouldn't have got either Rose or Trunks before the anniversary. We should have got one of those during Kefla or the Kalen Caulifla EZA during Kefla. There needs to be at least one regular EZA per celebration on both versions. So that way you can just switch it up. If there's a global first EZA, then when that EZA releases on JP, release an older one that was supposed to release on global. It's not rocket science. But Akatsuki can't figure it out. Anyway, I think we should be done with this here, right? Yeah, there we go. And that's both stages of the easy area. Again, like, this is nice. I still don't like easy areas. They're boring and they're easy, or they're super difficult. They're never like, oh, this is in the middle. It's always just one or the other. It's always at one extreme. It's never just fun. Oh, speaking of easy A's, we're getting one on global this time. Our first 120% lead is getting an easy A. Well, not our first one. Our first 120% lead was Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. But Super 17 is getting his, and he's a beast. I think out of the 3 units that have easy 8 on JP so far, out of the 120% meta, Super 17 has the best easy A. Kid Boo's really good, but he would have hit for pretty much the same amount regardless. His defense boost was nice, and his support passive, his key support passive is nice, but you're going to be running him on margin power most of the time. Actually, wait, no, I take that back. On margin power, you will be running the physical Kid Buu, because Buhan and that Kid Buu share so many links, and that Kid Buu is a 50% support. So this guy will probably get kicked off margin power if you're using the LR Buhan, because you don't want to float LR Buhan off and have this guy in its place. So where would this guy fit here? Resurrected Warrior probably. So yeah, his key passive should be useful there, because you can run him and Buff Buu together. Speaking of Buff Buu, pretty sure Buff Buu is better than Broly. Fairly certain of that. They hit for around the same. I really don't care about Broly at all. And in Kid Buu, he's good. He's really good. Like, he's up there, but he's not Vegito Blue, who literally hits LR numbers. Like, Vegito Blue's like, he can, as a easy aid PUR, he can crack the top 10 like hardest hitting LRs list. He literally hits harder than some LRs. So just like, okay, well, why should I be so impressed by Kid Buu then if he's not even defensively good? Like, Super 17 is a defensive beast. Because of his damage reduction, he stacks damage reduction. He's insane. And his attack is very good as well, so, just like, okay, Kid Buu is good, Super 17 is better. Now, if they'd added like a 20% attack and defense boost to each key part of Kid Buu's passive. So, it's like, oh, like +1 key and like 20% attack and defense to extreme types, and +1 key and 20% attack and defense to like margin power. Ooh, he'd be good. He'd be so good. I think that's what they needed to do to make this guy better. But then that would invalidate the physical Kid Buu, which I think is fine. I think that like no one would mind that. No one would care if like the physical Kid Buu got replaced, because he's good, but this guy would have been so much better. He'd hit harder himself. He'd be cracking what, like 5 mil? Yeah, he should be cracking like 5 mil then. Turn 1. That would be so awesome. Yeah, that would have been amazing if they'd done that for him, but they didn't anyway. Hopefully, we get the team that made Vegito Blue. Like, hopefully they do Strength Janemba, Physical Cooler, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Those are the units they need to do. Also, Super Saiyan 4 Goku will be hitting 4 mil just with easy A stats. Oh, okay, I'm nearly done. Okay, like, subscribe, whatever. Use physical units on this easy. You've seen the video, you can pause and freeze frame and do all that stuff. Catch you in the next one. Bye.